Today I'm thrilled to welcome Bill Frazier for his story. Welcome, Bill.
Thanks, Pastor. For a second, I was afraid he was pointing to me as the artifact. Well, after last week's service, I went to Pastor Will with a concern. I said, story times, every one of them has been so wonderful and well presented and inspirational that I'm afraid no one's going to volunteer to do a story time from now on. So Pastor Will, you need to find someone who will lower that bar. So he asked me. So I said yes, but that I needed the storyline worksheet to help me. So here goes. Page 1. What were/are you struggling with? It lists 14 examples, and all 14 made me reflect, and here's what I came up with for me. Purposelessness. I'm a person who has everything. Family, great mother, great father, a beautiful sister who supplied the discipline that my mom lacked, brother, any little brother would have for a hero. Been blessed with a wife I don't deserve. I have 2 beautiful children, 4 beautiful grandchildren. I even have great in-laws. I have friends, I have health, I have financial security. And yet, I always yearned for something from time to time. There's some purpose missing. C.S. Lewis talks about it. If we find ourselves with a desire that nothing in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is we're made for another world. And throughout my life, I've had these moments where I've tasted or experienced that other world, that sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment and purpose. And when that comes, I just want to hold on to it. But it always slips away, of course. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you've had that experience. Which brings me to page 2 on the worksheet. How did you meet Jesus? Well, Pastor Will, in telling his story, talked about how he came to Jesus at such an early age in his denomination. He couldn't get baptized yet, maybe nor confirmed. But his story brought back a very vivid memory to me. It was at my parents' house. It was at the bottom of the stairs. And for some reason, I can still remember I was holding my red letter edition of the Bible with the fake leather pebbled black cover. And something just stopped me in my tracks. And it was that feeling. And I got on my knees and I prayed. And I didn't care if someone came down the steps or around the corner. And that was my come to Jesus moment. But I'll put it like this. Throughout my life, my second favorite hymn, after Heidi's rendition of Just Give Me Jesus, is Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. And if you get a chance, Google the backstory to that hymn and its writing and the effect it had on the hymn, the writer of the hymn's life. And that's my faith story. A verse goes, prone to wonder, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, take and seal it for the courts above. So that's it. I am signed, sealed, and will be delivered in due time, I'm sure, because for the course of my life, God has kept sending people and things to keep that thread, which, like a fetter, binds my wandering heart, pulls me back to the faith. And I could make this way too long, so I'll move on to page 3. How did I discover the Abbey? Well, like too many young families, we had become a Christmas and Easter kind of a family. And my son Clint joined the Scouts. A scout is a reverend. So one Sunday, the entire troop attended a church service, and Clint came home and said, "Dad, where's our church?" And it just hit me between the eyes that I was letting my children grow up without a faith foundation, that they really need. Every kid, every person needs. So, very good friends with the Joneses, and the Jones boys kept talking about, we're going to Cedar Point. Our youth group's going to Cedar Point. And so we came to the Abbey by that way. Next question is, why are you still at the Abbey? That one's really easy, because you're my family. I tried to make a list of things we've been through together. It's just brief and incomplete, but the confirmation of my 2 kids, my mother, Helen Frazier Hat Day. And if you get a chance to talk to somebody who's been here long enough, find out about that. But it meant so much to my mom for the rest of her life. My mom's celebration of life ceremony, where Heidi sang, "Just Give Me Jesus" for me. One beautiful wedding, one crazy non-wedding, Sunday school led by Kevin Perrin, and the music, of course. Next question on the worksheet was, where would I be without the Abbey? I don't know. Maybe unfettered and adrift. Maybe a Presbyterian. I don't know. The last step on the worksheet is write an invitation to someone else. So my invitation is, come to the Abbey, where you, with our wonderful church family, can find that satisfying something that you yearn for, Jesus Christ.